65
What are you
pounds.
doing?
And stand and walk for up to 10 to 12 hours daily.
Can you do that?
No. For guess how much?
How much?
$15 an hour. Why don't they just say, we're looking for slaves?
So you're considering making $15 an hour being a slave?
No, I would only be a forklift operator for $17 an hour.
Okay,
I know
so
how to
two
drive a
extra
forklift.
dollars an hour makes one not a slave. Makes a white man not a slave.
Wages begin at $13.50 an hour.
Where are you reading this?
On a Craigslist ad for Chewy.com.
No, but I mean, where is it? In Indiana or here?
Yeah. I would only be a forklift operator. I know how to drive a forklift. Up to $17 an hour, night shift and forklift differentials available. Fucking, this is the problem, man.
What is the problem exactly?
Well, the problem is the internet, because these people think that they came up with a good business idea of putting items for pets in boxes and sending them to people. And it worked. That's the problem.
It's a pandemic, so
No,
where are
they
you
started
supposed...
this way before that.
What?
This is the problem with the internet.
It's a problem with the internet.
Because that's not a business fucking...
So buying
Plan.
items for pets online.
Huh?
Buying items for pets online
Yeah, that's stupid. I
is
mean,
stupid.
Well, why
What
is
can
that
you
a
order from Chewy?
Huh?
Because people are busy and don't have time to go to the pet store. I would order things like that. I had snacks delivered to me in the mail once a month because I was too busy to go shopping for these snacks.
The problem is the person that came up with that thinks he's smart.
How do you know they think there's stuff that he thinks he's
Because
smart?
they're raking it in now. Just
Well,
because
they are
figured-
smart because they
Why?
made
Because
money.
they made a warehouse and figured out how to put items in a box and send them to someone. That's
If
not a
once a
business
month
venture.
I could get items for all my pets in a box.
I just hate that they got successful from that. It didn't
Why do
take
you
a
hate
brain.
it?
It didn't take any kind of intelligence to make that up.
You know the person who invented self-adhesive hooks that go on the backs of doors
Yeah.
is like a multimillionaire.
Yeah. Guess so.
I mean, most things there are many things that are invented that it was just luck and timing. I invented Swiffer pads that go on your feet. And then a few months later,
Oh, yeah.
they were being advertised.
Huh.
Because I think somebody was spying on my Facebook.
Temp jobs are rough. Chewy has direct hire opportunities. Tired of working seasonal or temp assignments? Chewy is hosting a hiring event. Chewy Fulfillment Center.
So why are you busy complaining about this?
I don't know, because I would have applied for a forklift operator, but
But you don't like the idea that
$17 an hour after taxes, you're making about 14. They want you to work 10 to 12 hours. They want you to stand and walk for 10 to 12 hours. So why don't they just say they're looking for slaves? Because that's bullshit.
Do you understand what happened during slavery? That people who were slaves were not counted as full human beings, didn't have voting rights, were counted in the census
this
as
is in the broader
3/5
sense
of a
of-
person, and were not paid. And were separated from their families and were often whipped and physically abused. If they were women, they were raped.
Slave labor, I should say then. The minimum wage should be $15 an hour.
How much are they paying again?
$15 an hour. But still,
So-
that's not okay with people. How can they do that to
Wait,
people,
so the
man?
minimum wage should be $15 an hour, and by paying minimum wage, you're saying that they are making people slaves.
Well, minimum wage is an unskilled worker. Someone that
Is
in
putting
McDonald's.
things in boxes.
Doesn't matter. They want you to
You
stand
need
and
a-
walk for 10 hours a day.
That's a skill?
It's extraneous work.
Standing and walking is a skill.
It's hard.
As a
For anyone to
bartender, I stood for 12 hours at a time and often walked. There was no place to sit down ever.
Well, you could make $300 a night, so it was worth it to you. The incentive was there to make the tips. There's no incentive here to slave for $15 an hour. After taxes, you're going to make
Some
about
people like to
$700 a
walk
week.
and stand.
Yeah.
I do.
Go work for Chewy then. Chewy.
I already already have a job that's starting very soon that is going to involve walking and standing.
That's true as well. In the heat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but then you got to stop and talk to people, and you'll like that.
Well, you're not going to be walking and standing the whole time you're putting things in boxes. I mean, think about putting a thing in a box. I imagine there's just plenty.
See, this woman, she
When
gets
I-
to ride that little cart around.
When
and
I
then
do
she gets out.
stop and talk to people, I will be standing.
They might invite
No,
you
you're
in
not
for some
allowed in
iced
their
tea.
house. You're
You'll
not-
sit on the porch with
You're
them.
not allowed to sit down or go in the house. You have to do it exactly the right way and be very professional.